Hello, welcome guys. Today we have 1 versus 1, a ladder match between TA and Gorton on Whitefire versus version 2. I don't really know what's different between versus 2 and the normal Whitefire. Seems pretty standard to me. And yeah, I'll see what happens. This replay has been sent me by Gorton, so I thank him. Let's speed it up a bit. Let's see if they're gonna go here, first there. Does it look like? So build older here, second there with 8 pigeon. Kinda like the same, but just in a different position from Gorton. Gorton going faster, taking the big navy reclaim here. While TA just surviving with the little ice scattered all around the map, and now it's taking the reclaim. Pretty even match. The rating can't be more similar than that, I guess. I don't remember if this one is should be like a Tech 3 naval factory or Tech Choose. There is a lot of mass in the rack, and there's another one here. You can try to send a random engineer here if you're going to try to steal this rack before TA managed to reclaim it. And now we have a drop from Gorton on the right side of the map. Four ranges. Gonna be a factory. Not much really coming this way at the moment. And TA, it was like a hobby. This is just reclaim. I can expanding in a similar way. Gorton, of course, hasn't sent any engineer here yet, and he's moving with transport both sides. Quicker way of doing it. And TA now has a bomber out, and there's already 2 naval factory out, while Gorton has just 1. Still working on more, of course. This is mainly a naval map. Hair can take a part in the game, but it's not that common. And here this frigate tried to kill this engineer before he's reclaiming the wreck, but he's actually haven't spotted it. Spotted it now, and finally goes down. On this side also TA planning a secondary naval base, keeping this reclaim for when he needs it. At the moment it doesn't need it. And Gorton managed to establish a pretty cool base on TA's side, and this won't be easy even for the ACU to get rid of. So let's see how TA managed to deal with it. Definitely TA has already a Tech 2 Navy out, and lots of also Tech 1 Navy spam. Cyber frigates pretty good all around. And Gorton is just sending a couple of subs to arrest these frigates. And here Gorton moving his troop forward, try to scare TA, let him going back to the sea. Not much really happening on the other side, just a random lone bomber to do some damage, but not really much going on. And now we have destroyers out. So this destroyer will be able to outrange the PDs here, and will do a good job. Now TA is playing with fire a bit, and this retreating, this artillery can be really dangerous. If you don't move your SU while they shoot at you, your life will go down very fast. Still have 3 PDs here, so definitely Gorton make a play to stay. And now he has Tech 2 on his own, building destroyers himself. Cyber destroyers are better than UEF, I think. Maybe damage-wise, no, but they have the range and they can walk on land. So they're pretty good unit all around there. Do sell them. So you can stay killing all these PDs, making space for TA to retake this part of the map that in theory belongs to him. And on the Navy side, definitely TA has more now. 2-3 destroyers out, while we have just one for Gorton. Even if he has a lot of big capacity on the factory. How's the reclaim going? 15,000, stalling a bit. 13,000, still some. So Gorton is doing a slightly better job at reclaiming. And now those destroyers are slowly taking everything down. Could even walk them on land a bit further and kill all these factories. But yeah, one is kinda like kinda mating Salems. It's the double twin Salem. There we have a push with some RT. There are some pillars now and some missile launcher try to kill any PD. And TA definitely has Tech 2 as a vet. Does he have to top upgrade? Yes, stealth, Tech 2, and that's it. Managed to sneak some engineer here, building some PDs. But the artillery, the missile launcher are taking care of it. And still I think that Navy-wise TA has an advantage. He has 6 destroyer versus 4. Of course the advantage of UEF Tech 2 stage is that you can build a shield to cover your destroyer, so they can get in range without being kited too much by the Salems. And now those Salem are slowly walking the shore, decided they don't want to do it anymore. They're scared of the T1 factories and Tech 2 factories. And the naval fight starting here. Gorton keeping his destroyer on the back and using the frigates as a sort of mid shield. Should always start with that. But definitely also more frigates for TA. We are slowed down a bit now. 31 frigates, that's a lot. And Gorton has 23, so 10 frigates more. So now TA is kinda like chilling, try to kill a couple of Striads that were built by a Tech 2 NG down here. And decide that he doesn't want to fight anymore. He's letting his Cerberus turrets doing the damage and the destroyer still doing damage long range, but the mass points are still contested. And that allowed Gorton to take I thought he was in a lead on mass, but it's not. So still pretty even. Now slowly the destroyer is approaching Gorton army. As you can see, the range on this destroyer is shorter, because you can attack TA, but TA can definitely attack Gorton. So air-wise, not much going on. They have few antis and no torps, no bomber. Doesn't look that they have cruisers out. And the naval fight starts. Seems like TA is retreating. Loudest in the Navy. And that's how you wanna move the UEF destroyer. You wanna keep it on the side, so he can fire with both his cannon, because when he's retreating, will be able to fire with just one cannon. So now Gorton is pushing all the frigates. There's a major frigate fight, and as you can see, both players are keeping their destroyer on the back. They want to protect them. And let's have a look. 7 destroyers for Gorton. And 10 for TA still. And managed to scare Gorton off, and now this big reclaim field is gonna fuel TA's economy. Still spamming Salems at the moment. We'll stop for a second. So decide to not use multiple texture factory, but just going for one with a lot of assistance rate. Gorton seems to be doing the same. Still spamming tech one factories for frigates. And now we see probably TA reclaim going up 23 versus 24. Well, still not going up, but this reclaim field is gonna be taken slowly by those engineers. And as you can see, keeping TA mess on the positive. On the other hand, the Gorton now is stalling. It doesn't have access to any source of reclaim. Here all the factories are gone, but there is still a stealth field and a couple of tanks. Not really that much, just enough to keep those max point not built. And now we have a cruiser out from Gorton, trying to do some long range fire. So Slow told me that, well, he posted in one of my videos that the Cybran cruiser doesn't have actually the tactical missile launcher. This thing that they fire is actually a normal gun that does just long range, but I don't think it is defended by tactical missile. That is not defended, and you can defend against Cybran cruiser with TMDs apart, if they are not tactical missiles. Well, these one are definitely missiles. And of course, probably the range on the UEF cruiser is way bigger than the range on the Aeon. Let's see if it gives me some more information. That's still a destroyer, actually. I thought there was a cruiser. Still pretty big range. And TA is not really making use of the stealth. That is something that gives an advantage. So see, the range of the cruiser is massive compared to the cruiser of Cybran. Now I saw there was a mass stall, power stall from Gorton. While now TA is stalling here out of reclaiming hole. Yeah, he needs another naval fight to reclaim more. And definitely TA wants the naval fight here. He doesn't want to have the naval fight there because it's closer to Gorton space. Try to understand what's going on here. Still an engineer trying to crank a factory. And now we see another engagement at the distance now. And delay, we have an advantage from range, but as you can see, there are a couple of bulwark shield out from Gorton. And this is slowly retreating. Let's see the Navy approaching. And Gorton decided to go for it. He has a couple of shield as support. 8 destroyers for Gorton. And 12 destroyers for TA, keeping them on the far back. and TAs come as a top upgrade. Now 10 destroyers for TA. He ran out of frigates, and now there are reptiles also showing up on the battlefield.
Commander under attack.
Oh, one boost Thailand got stuck on land. And yeah, it doesn't look like that TA had the better of this naval fight. And that's why, because his main production was stopped, because he almost finished a battleship. So that's gonna change the game. Destroyer just sitting there, and they have tried out killing them all. His poor tech disorder is there. So major win for Gorton here. So much reclaim to be taken, and engineers are already on the move. Now the battleship is out. Let's speed up a little bit more. So TA is trying to do as much damage as you can with his torpedo upgrade. But those reptiles are trying to kill him slowly. Decide to go back into water and use this torp against. See, still the damage of the torp is substantial. So Gorton does manage to push TA out and win the game now, and battleship is gonna do some damage at long distance. Bang! One navy down. You can see the shot slowly try to do damage. Missing quite a bit. I don't know if he's actually aimed or it's not. But yeah, one shot does still missing a lot for some reason. And now, of course, Gorton is decided to go Tech 3, and battleship from UEF are way better because they don't miss. And well, they also have the battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are kind of like short range fire Tech 3 that are way better than the battleship if can kill easily destroyer. So TA decided to go for full Tech 3 spam, has planted a couple of Tech GPDs to protect his naval yards. But this reclaim may slowly get sucked down by Gorton, I think. Let's check the reclaim numbers. Gorton 38, T8 47, still an advantage for T8. And now we have 3 battleship out. The first one is almost dead. And the first battle cruiser. So the battle cruiser has to get in range because the battleship have a longer range. Now you see the beam shooting from the battle cruiser. And he's actually microing it, trying to avoid the shots. And this reptile still attacking the battleship here. And finally the first battleship goes down. We slowly sink into the airport, leaving lot of mess there. And look at this reptile, how much damage I did. Seems kinda stuck, this battleship. Boom, the first battle cruiser from TA goes down. There's another one coming. And that's the battle of the reclaim. The battle of the engineers. This side relatively unprotected, not really teched up. Well, let's focus over here. So TA is still on a 3 battleship, and the Gorton has just one battlecruiser that is dead. This bulwark shield won't be fast enough. Maybe yes, no, it goes down. Still, these Red Tide are doing damage. They are able to kill frigates and kill all the engineers that are sitting there reclaiming. You know, there are a couple of torpedo launcher. Just take one, try to do damage, but unfortunately the Red Tide is floating, so you won't take any damage from torpedo. And now finally TA is trying to get out of his artwork, but these 2 naval yards are kinda blocking this battleship badly. No, poor battleship is stuck. Shooting at the shield from distance. I try to zoom in more because I think it is really cool seeing naval fights from a naval perspective rather than from a normal view. You can see now that Gorton has a battleship, a Summit. Ooh, look at that fire, that volley. I don't know where is it aimed. Boom! It managed to destroy with kill this battleship with slowly sinking down. Now still again, one battleship. Gorton playing well. He's placed the battleship on far away, so he's using all his range and using the battle cruiser, microing it, try to avoid the fire and draw the fire from this battleship to the battle cruiser, while he's slowly focusing the enemy ships. Bang! You can see that when it hits, bang! I see a volley hitting here the navy. You can see it. Miss. Just some plane floating around. Here it is. Oh, it was attacking engineers. It seems that there is an engineer trying to repair this, but I don't know what's going on. Boom. Haha, TA was trying to repairing his own battleship with the ACU. That was great. So the Navy fight still goes on. Gorton has a slightly hidden mess. And the reclaim fight seems quite even. Let's check it out. 82k, 52k, so definitely TA is taking as much taking the advantage on the reclaim. Like, yes, to suck up with they look like little reptiles, cyber engineer. They use the wheels as a floating device. Now though, we have the power of the UEF Navy. 3 battleships, and those 3 battleships versus the cyber ones. I feel that that's not gonna end up well for TA. Especially if you chuck a couple of bulwark shields there. That's what he's doing. Slowly moving forward, approaching TA's navy. Not really much use of air in this game. There is a lonely texture sub here, try to do some damage. That's what a UEF navy is susceptible are subs. Because the only thing that actually can kill subs efficiently are the torpedo boats. And if you're spamming tactic navy, you're not spamming torpedo boats anymore. Not much going on in the chat. So Gorton is starting to close in, and we managed to drop 3 engines. That would be good for reclaim. And unfortunately, this naval factory, I don't think they actually help TA at all. They block the movement of the battle cruisers, of the battleships. Sorry, now we only have 3 battleships versus 3 UEF battleships and 1 battle cruiser, so it doesn't look really well for TA. And there are some reptiles raiding this island. There were some texture axes here. Gorton still on a mass lead, but not really that much, even if he managed to get rid of also these 3 Lexes on the island. And now the frigates are approaching the big capacity on the tactic naval factory of TA. And this battleship are doing the job. Let's see if we can spot the last shot. Boom. Look at one shot, how much damage it does. Like, after 5 seconds, this battleship is like half a point. Doomed. Can't penetrate the shield. TA complained that he can't make arms. That's odd. Yeah, arms would be really good for him, because even if you can ground fire for with the battleship, the arms are really a sustained DPS. Now we have some gunship even for Gorton trying to harass TA as much as he can, but now TA is surrounded. He's using his store. He's reclaiming a battleship. Let's see if he can manage to reclaim it. Oh, yes. Oh, no. No. 300 point. He's reclaiming this other one. He managed to win and reclaim the battleship. Amazing. His health, though, is going down. Reclaim most of this one. Yeah, he managed to kill the SSU managed to kill 2 battleships before dying. Well, good game, and thanks again, Scoot, for sending the replay, and good job, TA. Try to fight till the end, and definitely the push here at the beginning from Gorton was a pain in the ass for TA. Anyway, have fun.